Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin, and as you can tell from the countdown clock here, the lesson is about to begin. If this is your first time playing piano, welcome. I'm very excited for you. You're going to do great. Hopefully you already received from us the welcome packet in the mail, and maybe you even got started on the Absolute Beginners video pack to teach you the names of the notes and things like that. But if not, that's fine. You'll do great. I'll show you how to play all the notes. And if I'm going too fast for you, you can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. You can always pause the video or rewind it and go over the more difficult parts. And even if you only learn a little bit of this song and you don't learn the whole thing, you'll still learn enough to help you build skills so you can learn other songs faster in the future. So jump in, give it a try. You're bound to end up at least a little bit better than you even are right now. Throughout the lesson, I may refer to Kloppel Academy, and you can check out that link on the website if you want. Basically, it's a program that takes you all the way from learning the names of the notes, the very beginning, through 12 levels of classical and jazz music, through all the skills that you would need to become a professional pianist. So you would learn all the same stuff that you would learn if you're taking regular traditional piano lessons, probably plus a little bit more, but it takes about 5 to 10 years to complete. So you can just try out the first level, see if it's the kind of thing that you like, or if you just care about today's lesson and learning this song, then just ignore all those references and focus on today's lesson. If you're watching this at LearnPianoLive.com, there should be a PDF and an MP3 button right next to this video. The MP3 is a play-along track that you can use to practice more after the lesson, but a lot of students like to print out the PDF right now so they have it during the lesson. Careful, it could be up to like 30 pages, so just find the couple pages that you want and print those out. If you decide not to, that's fine. I'll show you all of the notes on screen as we go through it. And we will be going through 5 different levels of this song that all use the same play-along track. So even if you've never played piano before, you'll still be able to do level 1. And then as we go through level 2, 3, 4, and 5, then when we use that same play-along track, you just keep playing your same version. If you're watching this lesson in the archives and you have a question during the lesson, then feel free to click on that survey button. And at the end of the survey, there's a place for you to ask your question, and I will do my best to get back to you with the answer to that question. But if you're with us live as we're recording this today, then feel free to click on that chat button, and you can talk with all the other students who are logged in during the live lesson. And if you have a question about the lesson, then you can just go ahead and type that into the box that says, Ask Jamin a question, and we will do our best to answer that question live in the lesson. All right, I think that's the end of the boring stuff. I'm ready to learn a song. Stay tuned at the end of the lesson and I'll show you how to win more points and earn more prizes next week. But for right now, let's get this party started. Welcome back to KidsLearnPianoLive.com. My name is Jamin. This is Nate the Great, and we have with us, of course, the incomparable Kendra moderating the chat room, but we also have, what is it, Jazzy James? That's right, yes. Jazzy James is like, I don't know what you call it, interning, helping out. He's chilling with us today.
Yeah, he's awesome. We're ready to go.
Let's go.
Maybe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean like for weekly activity or something?
Sure, tell us about the weekly activity.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, so this week is the bass clef dice, and you just cut out the dice and tape them together so you can test yourself on the bass clef. And tag Learn Piano Live when you post a picture on Facebook or Instagram for 150 bonus points from our mascot penguin Kloppel.
Yeah, and that's always a tough one because it's the bass clef, and pianists usually don't like doing the bass clef stuff. But it's really super handy, especially once you get to level 3 or higher. So that'll be cool. And of course, we have Kloppel with us today. I believe. Hey, buddy. All right, we'll get moving.
And also, really quick, I just want to share that James was in a production of The Lion King, which is super duper cool.
And I saw him, and he was
You're so
awesome.
lucky.
And then I saw him in Beauty and the Beast, and he's just been everywhere. The man is, yeah.
Super talented.
Multi-talented.
Yes.
Yes. Cool. I think we need to set up the other keys. So we'll need to do that. It's the yellow icon down below. I don't know if you can grab that one.
Yellow icon.
We'll be right back, and we'll have the
so
keys set up.
confused.
That's all right. I'll show you. Okay. Problem solved. There we go. Well, you need to go practice. I'm hoping that Clapple doesn't take that off my time. I need more time, Clapple. So let's check out our very first note of this song. This song is, first of all, super fast and super long, but it's not that hard. As I was like singing this song, preparing for the lesson, I was like, oh man, what chunk of this should we do? We can't do the whole thing. As it turns out, we can do the whole thing because it's just one chunk that repeats like 4 times. So it's actually pretty short, the stuff that you have to memorize, but the words keep changing as they repeat it. So I'll show you that in just a second. But first, let's get started with our first note. We're going to need to take a group of 3 black notes, like those ones right there. Take the middle note and drag it down just a little bit to the left, like that, and land on a G. You don't have to necessarily know that it's a G, but if you take that group of 3, drag the middle note down, you'll land on a G. That's the one that we're going to start on. And if you do the same thing up here, group of 3, take the middle note, drag it down, any group of 3, you're going to end up on a G, which is the first correct note. So we're going to play 3 of those in a row, as you can tell here. Those 3, you're going to say the words, I'm gonna. We're going to move 1 note to the right. That's that direction, moving up. And that would land you on an A. So far we have I'm gonna be. And then we're going to move not to the next note over, but to the next one after that, which would be a C. And then we're going to skip again from that note up to that note. So again, the first notes that you need are that G, the one that's right next to it, then skipping up, and then skipping up. These are going to be very important notes in this song. So I'm gonna be a mite. Maybe that's all that you practice for this lesson, making sure you get that down with the track. But I'm going to go ahead and move forward with the rest of the notes here. After we get up to that E, we're going to go 1 to the left, and then 1 to the left again. So we've got I'm gonna be a mighty king. Then this last part is pretty much all you need to know for almost all the song. This thing right here, so enemies, that's the same notes you played. G and A and C are going to be our G and A and C. So we play them a different number of times, but it's the same notes. It's those guys right there. So enemies. Last 2 notes you need to know are the one right next to the C and then coming back to the C. So all of that would be I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. We're gonna do the exact same thing, note for note, beat for beat, the exact same thing, I think 4 times. But this time we say, I've never seen a king or beast with quite so little hair. Then we do it again, only this time the words are, I'm gonna be the main event, like no king was before. And then we do it a 4th time. I'm brushing up on looking down and working on my roar. So 4 times in a row, you need that one phrase, which means that one phrase is gonna be really important. It's kind of hard to do, but obviously once you have it down, then you've got a big, long chunk of the song done. Then let me show you, actually, let's try that first with the track. Here we go. And a 2. Just get those first notes, at least those G's in there. It'll go like this. I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. And then do it again. I've never seen a king or beast with quite so little hair. And then again, I'm gonna be the main event. It was before. I'm brushing up on looking down and working on my roar. Okay, So this last part here is the only part that's different from this word on. But again, a lot of you may not even get that far, and that's perfectly okay. It does start with the same 3 notes, so G and A and C. Okay, so this will be our last time through first clapple. Let me show them all of the notes. It's the same notes that you've been playing. This child is getting wildly. So we got a bunch of C's all in a row. That's kind of the weird part of this. Before we were playing a bunch of G's in a row. Now we're gonna go straight up to that C and play a bunch of C's, still jumping up to that E and back down to that C, and then up to D for wing. So that is, this child is getting wildly out of wing. And then, oh, I just can't. That's A and C and E. Can't. And then the highest note of the song, wait. 3 C's at the end, to be king. If you can get those C's at the end, that would be great. So get the notes that you can at the beginning. We'll go one more time through this. At least the beginning G's. So I'm gonna, if you can get that much down, that's cool. By the way, if you mess up on the next part, that's fine, because those 3 G's come back around again 4 times, remember? So if you mess up, then just wait for us to loop back around again and try to catch them the next time. If you miss it that time, that's all right. We're gonna come back 4 times and then at least get these last 3 C's right here. To be king. So your goal is to get all the G's that you can and at least the ending C's. Let's go with the track. I'm going to try all of the notes. Get as much as you can. Don't worry about the rest. And a 2. And a 1, 2, 3, go. I'm gonna be a mighty king, so enemies beware. I've never seen a king or beast with quite so little hair. I'm gonna be the main event, like no king was before. I'm brushing up on looking down and working on my roar. This child is getting wildly out of wing. And here it is. Oh, I just can't wait to be. So hopefully you got some of those G's and the last C's in there. If not, that's fine. We got lots of practice coming later. But first, it's time for Kumbaya or Thumpkin. So here's how it works. I'm going to play you 2 notes. You need to tell me if the beginning notes are the beginning notes of the song. Hopefully you've heard that song before. I don't know. So the first 2 notes, is it the beginning of Kumbaya or is it the beginning of the song Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Okay, so is it that song or is it Kumbaya? Those are your 2 songs. By the way, the Kumbaya one is called a major third. If you're on Clapple Academy level 3 or higher, you're doing the ear training on those intervals, so you already know that's called a major third. And then the other one is called a major second. The Where is Thumpkin song is a second. So is this Kumbaya or is this Thumpkin? But I'm going to go outside of the range. And actually, Kendra, if you want to jump in, and James, you can both play today.
Hello.
You're going to play at home along with them. You're going to try to beat them. Don't tell each other what your answer is. I'm going to play 2 notes. You tell me if it's the beginning of Kumbaya or Thumpkin when I tell you. So here we go. Here are your 2 notes. Playing along at home. You can beat them. Here we go. One more time. Does that sound like the beginning of Kumbaya or Thumpkin? James and Kendra, on the count of 3, tell me what you think. Is it Kumbaya or Thumpkin? 1, 2, 3.
Kumbaya.
James might be cheating, waiting for the answer.
No, I trust him. He's
Okay,
good at this
it
stuff.
was the beginning of Kumbaya. It goes like this. So that was the beginning of Kumbaya. All right, so here we go. Here's another one. This is... What does that sound like to you? At home? Does that sound like the beginning of Kumbaya or Thumpkin? And James and Kendra on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thumpkin.
Ooh, yeah, they were right, actually. Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Very nice, very nice. Okay, cool. And then let's do one more of these. This one right here. I'll play this one low. Actually, it sounds like Jaws. But it's not. Actually, Jaws would be like this. But it's not.
Okay.
Sorry. I'm sorry. We're playing this other game. Jamin, stick with the game. Is that Kumbaya or Thumpkin? James and Kendra on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
Thumpkin.
Oh, nice. Where is Thumpkin? Where is Thumpkin? Here. I don't know. That's what it is.
We just went from kids lesson to horror movie. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So, on that note, yikes. Okay, that was our feature of the day. I guess it's time to level up.
Transitioning to level 2. This may be confusing to level 1 students, so please continue to practice the level 1 version or visit learnpianolive.com/level 2 for a detailed explanation on how to level up.
So sadly, the lesson preview has come to an end, and it's time to say goodbye to everyone watching the free streams. Of course, paying subscribers at learnpianolive.com can continue watching this lesson and several hundred others like it in the archives. So come on over and check us out. And if you like what you saw, at least like and subscribe, and then tell your friends to head on over to learnpianolive.com to start enjoying this journey with us.